What is up, my mates of YouTube? My name is Aussie Marcel, and in today's video I'm going to be giving my first impressions of David Beckham's True Instinct, the Eau de Parfum, and I will be comparing it with David Beckham's Instinct Eau de Parfum. So, if that sounds good to you, let's get into the video. I have the receipt here from Chemist Warehouse, and I did pay $30 Australian for this one. All these new David Beckham Instinct Eau de Parfums are $30 Australian. So which is the best one for the money? The packaging and presentation for David Beckham's True Instinct is nice. I really like the gradient here. It's going to appeal to a younger audience, and I think a lot of these $15 Beckham scents and the $30 Beckham scents, they sort of represent the entry point for somebody that's younger. And then, you know, they've saved up a little bit more pocket money. Then they can buy the Eau de Parfum, which offers, you know, something a little more complex and more performance as well. So the $15 entry point is there, but if you can also afford the $30 entry point, that's there too. I love that Beckham has those two entry points because they're both very affordable for most people. True Instinct, let me know what you think. But also, if you haven't subscribed to my Aussie Horror channel yet, I am on YouTube at Aussie Horror. I do a lot of video essays there, I do spooky Reddit stories, and I also post my vintage horror movie watch parties as well that I have with my mates, which you are all welcome to go and join me anytime I host them on Twitch. So just, yeah, go subscribe to that. Over on Aussie Horror, it's more sort of like me, because I'm more of a horror boy than a fragrance boy, if that makes any sense to you. Not that I don't dislike fragrances or anything like that, but I've always sort of been like on the horror / punky side of things rather than the more, you know, snobby fragrance side of things. But I feel like I kind of translate that well over here with my focus on these cheap fragrances, just because these are what the masses are sort of gravitating towards, and nobody covers them. They only ever cover the expensive stuff. But yeah, if you haven't subscribed to my Aussie Horror channel, please consider doing so. Anyways, let's get back into the coverage of True Instinct. Here is True Instinct's packaging. Black packaging with an interesting sort of almost like seascape gradient to it. Blue, green. It's got a good look to it, and they do label it as long lasting as well. I'll be the judge of that. Usually when a company labels something as long lasting, it's very rarely long lasting. And that's typically because there's no real metric for what long lasting is. I suppose they could say, look, this lasts 20 minutes. That's long in comparison to 5 minutes. Will the cap be magnetic? No, it is not. That's disappointing. But here is the bottle. Now, let's test out how this one smells. Atomizer is solid. Just let some of that alcohol dry off a little. Very much in the vein of Nautica Voyage, CK1. There's something aromatic about this one. I get some clean musks as well. A little bit of amber. While editing the video, I've been trying to think of what it most reminds me of, because I couldn't quite put my finger on it whilst I was filming the video and smelling it until I sprayed it on my skin, and that's when it hit me. I realized that it smells like a slightly fresher version of Issey Miyake Intense Pour Homme. Definitely has that amber and the smokiness, and I didn't get so much of the smokiness until I sprayed it on my skin. And yeah, this is probably the best Beckham scent, I've got to say. Got a summer fragrance quality to it. Just want to smell it side by side with Instinct Eau de Parfum. This one has a slightly better atomizer. They have a similar aromatic quality to them, but they're pretty different and unique fragrances in their own right. The original is more mature. There is Instinct Eau de Parfum, more mature. And you get the sense that this one's kind of a little more versatile, whereas True Instinct is definitely coming across strongly with that summer or warm weather vibe. I prefer True Instinct. I think True Instinct is the better buy here. I actually may even prefer that to Bold Instinct Eau de Parfum as well. And this is Instinct again. Yeah, I prefer True Instinct every night, every day. My personal recommendation here is that if you are going to spend $30 on a fragrance, if you want something unique, go with Bold Instinct Eau de Parfum. But if you want something that's going to be more mass appealing, probably going to get you more compliments, I would say True Instinct Eau de Parfum. It's got more sweetness to it, it's a little more modern. Instinct isn't bad, do not get me wrong, don't take what I say out of context here. I think this is still a nice fragrance, especially for that price point. It does last longer than the original Instinct EDT, but True Instinct is probably the best buy here if you're looking for compliments and something that's going to, you know, give you a bit more confidence in the warmer weather. I really like the way this one smells. This is the Instinct fragrance to buy in my opinion, but if you wear a lot of black, if you like the darker things in life, maybe Bold Instinct Eau de Parfum will be for you because that has that smoky peat note to it. Anyways, if you've ever tried any of these new Beckham Eau de Parfums, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what your favorite is, and until the next one, my name is Ozzy Marcel, and I'll catch you guys around.